Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Reading the Red this cold March morning, but it's dry and it may well stay dry all day. Praise the Lord. Matthew 25, and today we're looking at verse 27. Then you ought to have put my money in the bank, and on my arrival I would have received money back with interest. So it's interesting that the master decides not to defend himself in regards to how the slave perceived the master. Was that because the master was like what the slave perceived the master to be? Or was it that he was so focused on how the slave thought of him that he didn't even get into it? You know, sometimes we use the term, just don't go there, or I'm saying nothing. It's because we recognize that going on that journey will not help us and will not lead us into a place of freedom, but will lead us into even more mire. And so the master decides to not even address the issue regarding how the slave sees the master. But he says to him, well, if you wasn't even going to be doing that, then you ought to have put the money in the bank, meaning you should have banked it. You should have secured it and put it in a place where the possibility of me increasing by way of benefit took place. But you didn't do that. You took the money and you buried it in a hole in the ground. It was given to you in order for you to bring fruit, to bear fruit, to bring good and right to mankind, but you didn't even do even the most minimal thing. What you did was you went and buried your talent in the ground. And the question has to be asked, why did the slave take it upon himself, the perspective that made it so that what he was given ended up being a worthless enterprise? That the master's investment in the slave regarding this one talent was a pointless thing to have done. That the master's desire to see the slave enrich himself and the lives of others was an absolute waste of time. How many things has the master given to us that we ourselves have found buried in the ground of our lives because we have listened to the lies of the enemy? The enemy has told us, you could never do that. You could never be like that. That's not yours. I woke up this morning and asked Debbie, do you know anyone that's happy? And we went through the people that we thought in life that we've known. And you know, there weren't many. There weren't many people that were happy. There was one old lady, she was a wonderful lady. And Marjorie, her name was. I loved her. She was always happy. But I found that the most generous people in terms of those who made the biggest sacrifices are the ones who are the happiest. Everyone else, they were not happy, but the generous, the sacrificial, they tended to be the happiest because they send out all of that they have for the benefit of others. Have a great day. Be blessed. I'm away tomorrow, so I'll see you back on Monday. Thank you for joining me.